Hey, I'm Kira. Welcome to Playcrumbs. Today we're talking about the games that should have shown up somewhere at the Game Awards 2025, but didn't. 6 absolute bangers that deserved at least a nomination in any category, and somehow still got ghosted. And kicking things off in the number 6 spot, Lumines Arise. This game is basically what happens when Tetris goes clubbing, meets a DJ, and decides to glow up. It's gorgeous, it's hypnotic, it's a game that can even make you have a spiritual moment, but it's also a puzzle game. And you know how the Game Awards treat puzzle games. Lumines Arise absolutely could have competed in Best Score and Music. The soundtrack goes way harder than anyone expects a block puzzler to go. But Game of the Year? It doesn't have the industry impact the voters love. It's stylish, it's brilliant, but it's still a niche genre. So Lumines Arise ends up glowing on the sidelines, dazzling, vibing, absolutely crushing your dopamine receptors, but not quite making the Game of the Year shortlist. Sliding into number 5, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Okay, this game came out of nowhere and immediately attacked my nostalgia glands. It's basically a lost Game Boy Advance classic someone found in an old drawer, polished and released in 2025. The yo-yo mechanic is genius. Combat and puzzles are wrapped into this goofy little cursed toy with way more depth than it has any right to have. And the art style? Straight up handheld perfection. So why isn't it anywhere in the Game of the Year nominations? This game could have shown up in Best Indie, or even Best Debut Indie, since the personality and mechanical creativity are right there, and the puzzle design alone could have earned it a nomination. Still, even without nominations, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo is one of those games you finish and immediately message a friend like, dude, trust me, try this. And honestly, that's its own little trophy. Rolling into number 4, Monster Train 2. This sequel is basically the original Monster Train, but fed a steady diet of protein powder, card synergies, and absolute chaos. It's bigger, smoother, smarter, and honestly, one of the cleanest deck builder upgrades in years. So why isn't it a nominee in any category? Because deck builders have the same problem puzzle games do. They're hardcore favorites, not mainstream showpieces. Monster Train 2 is a masterclass, but it's still a genre for people who willingly say, yeah, I want to lose 40 runs in a row learning math with demons. If anything, this game could have shown up for Best Strategy, or at least Best Community Support, because the quality of life features alone feel like the developers personally apologized for every time a player misclicked a card in 2020. Monster Train 2 is incredible, the kind of game that eats your weekend and doesn't give it back. Drifting gracefully into number 3, Sword of the Sea. This game is basically if Journey, Tony Hawk, and a meditation app formed a band together. It's easily one of the most soothing games I've played in years. You skate, surf, and glide across a desert that literally responds to how chill you're being. And that's also why it's not in the Game of the Year race. Sword of the Sea isn't trying to be a blockbuster. It's trying to be a feeling. It's all vibes, serenity, and whisper-level storytelling. It's beautiful, but it doesn't have the sort of dramatic, industry-shaking presence of other nominated games. Where it actually could have made noise? Definitely Best Art Direction. The environmental design is ridiculous. The lighting alone deserves a small trophy. And Best Score and Music would have fit too, because Austin Wintory once again decided emotions are real and he can play with them. Closing in on the top now, and taking the number 2 spot, The Seance of Blake Manor. This one is such a vibe shift. A gothic detective story on the Irish coast, dripping with folklore, colonial secrets, and, oh cool, that shadow definitely wasn't there a second ago, energy. It's stylish, smart, and honestly one of the tightest mystery games of the year. But here's why it didn't crack Game of the Year. It's a slow burn. And award shows? They love loud moments. Big twists, big budgets, big explosions. Blake Manor is the opposite. It's intimate, it's methodical, it's the kind of game you solve with a notebook and a cup of tea. Where it should have shown up is Best Narrative, easily. The themes, colonial trauma, folklore, spiritualism, diaspora are handled with way more nuance than most story-driven games this year. And taking the #1 spot, Abiotic Factor. Okay, this one slapped. This game nails what survival should be. Exploration matters, crafting evolves naturally, and the world itself is a character. The way shortcuts, tram lines, and portal worlds fold into each other is pure design candy. And the satirical tone? Genius. It's funny, it's creepy, and it's occasionally flat-out terrifying. So why didn't Abiotic Factor give nominated? Because it's a game that rewards time and curiosity, not viral, single-moment spectacle. It's the kind of game that wins lifelong fans instead of headline clips. Where it absolutely deserved recognition is in best game design. The organic map, emergent systems, and the way progression feels earned are textbook. Best world building too. Cascade and its portal realms are unforgettable. If you like survival that thinks, breathes, and actually surprises you, this is the one you don't want to miss. Alright, that's our list. 6 amazing games that totally missed the GOTY spotlight. But now I want to hear from you. Which game do you think should have been nominated this year? And tell me, which category would you put it in? I'll be reading your comments. And hey, if you're into this kind of videos, don't forget to follow and subscribe for more.